Today, we'll be seeing speed up your team efficiency with Bluebeam Studio. So for today's agenda, we will be going through 5 main topics. The first one is what is Bluebeam? Then we'll learn what Bluebeam Studio is. After that, we'll learn how to start using Studio for integration and collaboration. And last but not least, we'll learn some best practices for you to use Bluebeam Studio. But before we dive in, I'd like to take a moment to briefly introduce myself. So, as you already know, my name is Maria. I'm an architect, and today I'm doing this live session on behalf of MicroCAD, where I work as an AEC application. I'm really excited to be showing you this topic today on how Bluebeam, with the help of Studio, can make your workflows smoother. So, let's start with the basic. What exactly is Bluebeam? Bluebeam is a powerful software designed specifically with the AEC industry in mind. It's primarily used for working with PDF documents, but it goes way beyond just viewing or editing. It's a tool that helps us streamline our workflows, whether we're designing, reviewing, coordinating, or managing construction documents. Some of Bluebeam key features are PDF creation and editing, markup tools, customization, measurement and takeoff, document management, and finally, collaboration. Throughout this session, we'll touch the 2 last features on the list and learn how they can be applied into your workflows. And now, let me introduce you to Bluebeam Studio. Bluebeam Studio is a cloud-based collaboration tool that's built right into Bluebeam Review. There are 2 main parts in Bluebeam Studio, and those are Studio Projects and Studio Sessions. Studio Projects is more like a document management system. It lets you store and organize all your project files in one centralized place, accessible from anywhere. And on the other hand, Studio Sessions allow multiple team members to mark up the same PDF in real time, which is especially useful for design reviews. You can track who said what and when, and you can keep the process transparent and efficient. So this makes Bluebeam Studio a powerful solution for teams in construction, architecture, and engineering who need to stay connected and coordinated even when they're working remotely or across different job sites. And now that we have learned what Bluebeam and Bluebeam Studio are, let's explore how Bluebeam Studio works, its integration, and the collaboration features. So let's start first with what Bluebeam Studio projects are. As you can see, I'm already here on my review 21, but you can use review 20 as well. So the part that we're going to be looking at today is over here on my right side corner. And as you can see, this is the studio logo over here. Once we click it, we're going to be able to see this panel where we're going to see that we're on Studio and that we're signed in to our Bluebeam credentials. So the next part is where all the magic's going to happen. The Bluebeam projects and the Bluebeam sessions. But first of all, let's focus on projects. So as I already mentioned, Bluebeam projects is a place where you can store all your files for your specific projects. Over here, all your team is going to find the most up-to-date information. So let me show you how to start creating a project. What we have to do first is go to the plus sign over here on the right side of my screen and click Add. Over here, we can create a new project or join an existing one. But today, we're going to learn how to create a new one. So over here, what we have to do first is start placing the name for our project. So in this case, I'm going to name it New Studio Project. And once I have it done, I'm going to click OK. Now what we have to do is just wait for our project to get created on the cloud. And once it's done, we're going to be able to see it on the top of our list, as you can see over here. New Studio Project. And what we have to do next, and what Bluebeam Studio projects are going to ask us, is to start populating our file. So we can create new folders, upload files, or upload folders. In this case, I'm just going to upload some files to our project. What we have to do is go to the Add dropdown and select our files. Now over here, we will be able to look on our machine, on our servers, for the files that we want to upload to our project. So as you can see, I'm just going to select all these files that I have here, and I'm going to hit open. This here is the list of all the files that I just selected, and I'm going to hit OK one more time. Now, as you can see, all the files that we just choose are going to start loading, and we'll be able to see a list of them on the left side of our screen as well. So something that I want to highlight here is that in Bluebeam projects, you will be able to upload multiple type of files, not just PDFs. So as you can see here, I uploaded a CSV file, an XML file, of course, a PDF file, but I uploaded any type of file that I needed on my project. So as you can see, I even uploaded a Word file. So let's say that I want to visualize this Word document that I have over here. If I double click it, the greatest part of this is that it's going to open immediately the software these files were made on. So as you can see, the Word document just opened. Let's say that I open this DWG file that I have. AutoCAD is going to open immediately, and we will be able to see all the information that we have on our DWG file. And this is going to happen with all the other type of files that we have. In this case, this is a video. So this video player is going to pop up immediately. So now let's say that we want to start using our PDFs. Review is for using PDFs, so let's start reviewing them. Let's double click this PDF file that we have over here. We will be asked if we want to have side by side our project and our PDF. In this case, I'm going to say no. And now my PDF file is open on my screen. As you can see, all the information is showing up there, but there's something that I want to keep to show you. Over here, we have a log icon next to the name of our file. This means that we won't be able to create any markups. As you can see, all the markups on the right side of my screen are grayed out because this file is still on the cloud. And if someone else on my team would like to see this document or make some changes, won't be able to do it because I have this file open. But if I want to create changes, there's something that we can do. We just have to go all the way up to our screen, over here in the middle, and as you can see, there's a log icon as well. If we click the drop down arrow, we will be able to see this checkout option. If we check out a PDF file, we're going to be able to start modifying, commenting on, or markupping our PDFs. And this will prevent our team to make changes to the same file because we have it open. So as you can see on the right side of my screen, all the markups are now active and ready to be used. So let's say that we want to start making, let's say, a cloud over here. So I'm just going to start placing my markup wherever I need it. In this case, I'm going to create this cloud on this stair room, and I'm going to ask the team to verify the dimensions on that specific room. And now let's say that we want to add another markup. So let's say that we want to add this stamp to our plan. I'm just going to place it wherever I need it. And let's do some highlights as well. So I'm going to highlight some stuff on my plan over here. And now that we're sure that all the changes and all the markups that we wanted to make on our PDF are ready, what we have to do is save all these changes. So instead of going to File and Save File, what we have to do is go again to this drop-down over here on the top of our screen and check in our file. We have other options like undo checkout, update server, replace file, or revert changes. But in this case, since we want to save the changes, we're going to click Check In. Now that we have checked in our document, what we have to do is just place a comment. In this case, I'm going to let the team know that this is the version 2 of this specific file. and we just have to wait for it to load to be checked in again to our project. Now, as you can see, our file is back in, and all the log icons going to show up there, and none of the markup tools on the right side of my screen are going to be available. They will be grayed out again. So we know that this file is already loaded. And let's say that we want to check the history of our files. So what we have to do is just right click the file we want to review and go all the way down to revision history. So over here, if we click this option, we're going to be able to visualize all the versions of our PDF that are available and that have been changed. We'll be able to see the date it was modified. And let's say that we want to review the original version. We have two options, open revision or restore revision, if we want to go back to that first option. But in this case, we want to review it. So let's wait for it to load and to open. And as you can see, now that our PDF is open, we just have to close this and we will be able to see that none of the changes, none of the markups that we just created are showing up there. But if we go ahead and follow the same process, go to revision history and choose the latest version that we have and open the revision, we're going to be able to see all those markups and all those changes that we created on our PDF. So this is a great way to manage all your files and all the information that you have on your project, and you can make sure that all your team has the most up-to-date information. So now that we have learned what Bluebeam projects are, let's see what Bluebeam sessions are. So as you can see, the Bluebeam session logo is right next to the projects over here on the right side of the screen. Sessions is the place where you will be able to collaborate and work in real time with your team. So let's start creating some sessions. What we have to do is to follow a similar process we did with projects. We just have to go to the plus sign over here and create a new session. So once we select the new session option, the following pop-up window is going to show up on our screen. What we have to do first is place the session name. So over here, I'm just going to place this new Bluebeam session project. And what we have to do next is to start uploading the files we're going to have on our session. So I'm going to click add, and I'm going to choose the files that I want to have on my session. We can upload multiple files, but in this case, I'm just going to upload one PDF. So as you can see here, I just choose it and I'm going to click open. Now that it is showing up here on my list, I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to wait for it to be loaded to our studio session platform on the cloud. So over here, the first part that we have to do to start working with our sessions is to start inviting our teammates. So as you can see here, this pop-up window is going to show up. We have multiple options to start inviting our teammates. But in this case, I'm just going to choose the first option so I can start typing in my teammate's email. So over here, as you can see, I'm just typing in my teammate's email address. And once I'm done, I'm going to check and include emails. And I'm going to send the invitation. As you can see, an email has been sent to my teammates and to the attendees, and we just have to wait for them to accept the invitation for our studio session. So now that we have sent our invite, let's see what this panel on the right side of our screen is. Let's close this project first, and let's make this a little bit bigger. So as you can see, there are multiple parts on this panel. The first one that we have over here on the top of our screen, just below the studio dropdown, is the name of our session. So as you can see it over here. And on all the top of the panel, we have our email address. And next to it, we will be able to see if we're connected to our session or unconnected. So let's say that we want to work offline. We can do that, but none of the changes that we made to our session are going to be shown on our teammates session in PDF. So I usually recommend you to work connected so all the changes are recorded on the session. The next part that we have on our panel is the attendees tab. So as you can see here, we will be able who's joined, who has not joined yet, and who is online on our session. In this moment, I'm the only one that's there available in online as our teammate had not accepted the invitation. The next part is the documents part. Over here, we will be able to upload new files if we want to. So we just have to click the upload option there and look up for the file that we want to upload, the file or files we want to upload. We just have to open, and that file is going to show up right below the first file that we uploaded. And the last part, I think, is the most important one. This is the record panel. Over here, we're going to be able to find information such as when a person joined the session, which documents were uploaded, when a person left the session, and even all the markups that we're going to make are going to be shown there. But we'll see that later on. And the last part of the panel is the chat. So as you can see here, we will be able to communicate with our team in real life and just in one place, no needing to use additional software or apps. So now we can see here that on the Not Join tab is going to be shown our teammate who has not accepted our invitation yet. So as you can see, she's the only one shown on the Not Join tab, and I'm still the only one shown on the Join tab. So as you can see over here, we can see that Anna just joined the session. And if we go again to the Not Joined tab, this is going to be empty because now Anna is on the Online tab and she's right next to me. So now that Anna is connected, let's say that we want to start creating our own comments on our PDFs. So let's open this file over here. Let's double click it. And as you can see, our PDF is going to be displayed over there just as the PDF would do on review. So let's start marking up our PDF and you'll see how these markups are going to interact with our record panel. So let's say that we want to create a cloud. So let's cloud over here these parking spots. And let's say our team that we need to add some text to these parking spots. So if we go over here to our record panel, we'll be able to see these clouds that we just made are going to be shown there. And even if we create some little changes like this one over here, those changes will be recorded right here on the panel as well. So this is a great way to keep track of all the changes, all the markups, everything that your team is doing on the PDFs. So now let's say that I want to create this circle over here and this ADA sign. As well, this is going to be shown on our record panel. And as well, if I edit it and let's say that I'm going to add a fill to it, this is going to show up there on our record panel as well. So as you can see, this is a great place to see all the changes that have been made to our file. And something incredible that we can do here is if we click on a specific comment, let's say I want to click here, I will be zoomed in to my specific markup or to the specific markup that my team made. So this is going to be helpful when we want to check comments, but we have multiple ones and we cannot visualize them easily. Now, on the bottom of my screen, you will be able to see that I'm writing Anna a message. I'm letting her know that I'm going to be creating some comments. So it would be good if she checked those. So as you can see, this message is going to be directly sent to Anna, and we can wait for her to reply. Oh, there it is. She just replied, sure, and she'll be taking care of those comments that I placed. So let's say that we want to create another comment. Let's say over here. We want to let our team know that we have to move this tag from the door because it's not quite easy to see it. So let's say move tag. And now, as you can see, this markup is going to show on the record panel as always, but there's something else we can do with it. If we right click it, and if we go almost all the way to the bottom of the list, we're going to see this alert attendee option. We just have to click choose, and we will be able to select an attendee from our group to notify about this comment. In this case, we just have Anna on the team, so I'm going to notify her. And of course, on our record panel, that's going to be shown there that I just alerted her to take a look at that specific comment. So as you can see, this is quite useful, but there's another place we can take a look at all these comments, and it is our markup list. So over here on the bottom of the screen on the left side, we're going to be able to open up our markups list. We will be able to see the comments we've made, the author of those comments, the date they were made, and if we have additional settings set up on our review, we will be able to see all the information right there. In this case, I don't have anything else set up, so it's showing us empty. But this is a useful place for us to check and review all the markups we have on our studio session. And now, as we can see here, it seems that Anna just started making some comments. So let's click on her last comment, and oh my God, this new PDF just opened because she just created her comment on another PDF. So as you can see here, we can see the cloud that she created and the comment she placed. She's asking us if we need to add some tables to that specific room. So let's say that we want to reply to her. What we can do here is right click our comment and select reply from our list. Over here, we're going to get this white window on the bottom of our screen where we will be able to reply to those specific comments that we want to. So over here, I'm just going to let Anna that yes, we need to add some tables there. And I'm going to send it. And as you can see on the record panel, that's going to be shown there. Now we can see over here on our panel that Anna just kept making some comments. So let's see this one, the last one that she made. It seems that she's asking us to add some furniture. So let's see. It seems that Anna just alerted me as well to check out a specific comment. So as you can see here, if we go to the notifications tab, we'll be able to see that specific comment that Anna just alerted me to look. And it seems that is this last comment she made. So now that we know that that specific comment was meant to be sent to us, let's reply to her one more time. So I'm just going to let her know that I will take care of that specific comment. So I just reply to her. It's going to show on our record panel. And if we double click this arrow over here, the markup list is going to show up. And that comment that I just sent is going to be shown there as well. And we can even change the status for the markups as well. So let's say that I want to change this one to, let's say, accepted. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept it. And it's going to be shown on our record panel, as you can see. Everything's going to be shown there, no matter what you do. If you delete items, if you add additional comments, everything's going to be recorded right there for you to keep track of everything that happens on your session. And now, as we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with a few best practices for getting the most out of your Bluebeam Studio. So first, make sure that you're setting the right permissions. Whether it's a session or project, that helps you keep your documents secure and ensure the right people have the right levels of access. Second, establish a consistent file naming system. It may seem minor, but it really helps everyone find what they need faster and reduces confusion. When planning sessions, be intentional about the timing. You want to make sure that the right people are available to contribute during live reviews. Next, don't forget to use the markups lists. It's a great way to track who added what, follow up on comments, and even assign responsibilities to team members. And finally, when a session or project wraps up, take time to archive or close it out. It keeps your workspace tidy and helps you maintain a clear record of the work completed. And well, by following these simple practices, you can help your team to stay efficient, organized, and collaborative. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I hope this session was helpful and that you learned a lot about Bluebeam Studio.